The Apostle Paul offers some pretty unique insight into the nature of the gospel. He's a man who pretty much dedicated his whole life to righteousness, only to find a good part of the way in that his righteousness wasn't the righteousness he was hoping for, and discovered that all his obedience to the laws of his religion actually led him to persecute the people of God. So at that point, you're struck by a couple of things. Paul has to pretty much let go of everything that he'd assumed to be true up until that point and try and discover a whole new way of working out the meaning of his life and what was going on. He does that in a remarkable way, hearing the gospel from people when he's in a very vulnerable state, heading off to think about it for a period of time, a number of years it would seem, and then becoming the foremost preacher of the gospel to the early church. He took tours around the place. He dedicated his life to sharing this incredible news. News that in actual fact was pretty self-evident once you could see it, but was really well hidden in plain sight since the beginning of time. News that we might say holds the form of that God loves us, that grace and forgiveness abound and are available to us. But this news, when it's tied up in religion, gets hidden by so many things, and Paul discovers this mystery in a really bold and clear way when he gazes upon the person of Jesus, the Christ who was crucified. We are going to talk about that mystery on Sunday at Mustard Seed. It's an incredible mystery, one that, as I say, it's hidden in plain sight. It's easily accessible to everyone once they can see it and desire it. We're going to talk about the nature of that dynamic and how that impacts our life together as a community of faith and as people of God in the world. So please come along to our Mustard Seed Chapel. Ray Murray and I had a conversation about this morning. I'm happy to call our building a chapel because the church is you, the people who come along. So come along, Quarry Green, 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning. You'd be most welcome. We're allowed to sing now, it seems. Still no morning tea that we're serving you, but you can get get a cup of tea or coffee and a cake at the cafe next door and bring it inside. That's no problem. If you can't come to our chapel, you are still welcome to connect with us through the Zoom church mechanism thingy. And there's also the Facebook Live recording that you can watch either live or later on our Facebook page, Mustard Seed Sid, SYD. And our team are doing a brilliant job at the moment. Ian Avery's simplified things with regard to the musicians and the sound of the video, and Simon Jolly's done a fantastic job ensuring the quality of sound as it goes out to our feed is adequate. Robin Davies will be leading us through communion this Sunday, and Shady and Rose from Peoik are going to make those fantastic sourdough wholemeal rolls that we each get one to share and dip into our lovely red port, and remember that we gather around Christ, who tells us what glory is and shows us where life is found. Come along on Sunday. Could do with a bit of glory and a bit of life, hey? See you there.